Okay, so this gadget I have right here is something I really like, but it's pretty heavy. It's actually a portable power station. And I've reviewed a couple of these in the past, but this one is a little bit different than the others. So let me tell you why. Okay, so the brand is called Vtoman, and the model we have here is the Flashspeed 1500. And the 1500 actually stands for the amount of watts you can use to charge. So if you maybe have 500 watts dedicated to a toaster, you have 1,000 left to connect whatever else you want to connect to it until you reach 1,500 watts. At least that's what I thought at the beginning. But it turns out that those 1,500 watts are also used to make it charge. So it has a fast speed charge of 1,500 watts. Well, actually 740 watts is what I actually got from it, but it's certified for 1,500 watts. So pretty fast to charge. You can actually charge it from 0 to 100 in about an hour, which is not bad at all. It has 2 USB Type-C ports in the front. It has 4 USB Type-A ports also, which is 2025. I don't understand why there's so many USB Type-A. I would have preferred maybe 5 USB Type-C and maybe only 2 USB-A, but okay. I guess some people still use USB-A in 2025. They also have 3 regular connection outlets like the ones you have at your home. They even have grounded connection on it, so you can connect anything you want to it, even a fridge. We actually connected our fridge to it and had no issues using it. But that's not all. It also has a connection you can use to connect to your car's lighter, which is that round thing where cars used to have a lighter. Yeah. Fun fact, no car has a lighter anymore in it, but those round things inside the cars used to have a lighter on it. You can also use it as a jumper in case you run out of battery in your car. You can also charge a full battery with the correct adapter. It's not included, by the way. The only thing that comes straight out of the box is the wire to connect it straight to the output and the one to connect it to your car. So you do have to purchase everything else separately. But the interesting part is it can also be charged with solar panels. And we do have a pair here. And those solar panels we've been using here go up to 400 watts. So you can connect them straight to the battery, and as long as you put them on a correct angle and with enough sunlight, you can get between 350 and 400 watts. All this depends whether if the sun is at the middle, whether the panels are at the correct altitude, correct angle, but most of the time you will be getting between 350 and 380 as long as you have enough sunlight. That means you're getting completely free energy without connecting to absolutely anything. And it also has an emergency light on the rear. I mean, most of these products do, because they're actually thought to be used as products for camping or using outdoors in case you want to take any kind of appliances with you for emergencies. Right now, for example, everything that's happened in California, the fires, all these people that maybe don't have outlets, maybe the power grid got burnt, this might be a good thing to donate. I mean, I'm from Mexico. I'm sorry I'm not over there. I really can't help. But I'm thinking this might be a good option for a scenario that's like that. On the top part, it also has something I liked a lot, which is a compartment where you can store cables. And that makes it pretty practical. It's a small detail that may not be that important for a lot of people, but after trying quite a few of these products, I can tell you it's important to know where you keep the cable because you're always looking for it and it's pretty bulky. So having a dedicated space for it is pretty nice. Now, not everything on this product is perfect. It's not a silver bullet. It does have a couple of caveats. For example, the weight. Oh my God, is this thing heavy? It probably weighs more than 10 kilograms. So for a lot of people, it's not really that portable. Let me bring it down because it's pretty heavy. So it is portable if you want to move it somewhere, but it's not practical because it's way too heavy. The solar panels as well, you can take them anywhere, but they're also pretty bulky and pretty heavy. So with a lot of energy, well, comes a lot of weight. Another counterpart compared to another product called the EcoFlow River Pro series is that it doesn't have an app. I mean, you might think, why would I want an app on a power station or on a generator? It's pretty practical. Considering that these things are heavy, well, you don't want to be lifting it all the time. You don't want to be bending down to see how much power it has left and all that. So if you have an app, you can control it remotely. You can see how much energy it has left, or even control how fast it charges or not. So it does have a couple of perks having an app dedicated to a product like this. But unfortunately, Vtoman, at least to the making of this video, does not have an app either for iOS or Android. Now, there is something it does that I've not seen any other product of this type do, and that is also be able to extend itself. You can purchase a separate battery cell, put it on the top, connect it straight to this one, and increase the capacity of energy you can store, which is pretty cool. Obviously, it makes it way more heavy and more expensive. Now, what's the price on something like this? Well, depending where you live, it can go from $700 to like $780, which is quite a lot. It's not that cheap, but it is a premium product for a certain niche. If you need something to store energy, especially the amount of energy that this can store, it's a good option. It also comes with LiFePO4 batteries, which are lithium phosphate iron batteries. Yeah, I had to read that, but they're capable of giving you about 3,000 cycles of charging. Those charges are measured from 20% to 80%, so it's not 0 to 100, which is understandable. 20 to 80%, not even charging it every single day during 5 years, would you even exceed the capability of this battery? So it will last a while, according to what the brand says. I mean, obviously, I've had it only a couple of days. I can't measure 3,000 cycles, but if it's true, well, they will last a lot and might be worth the investment. Now, a separate investment is the solar panels. They are not included in the price I told you. And depending again where you live, the solar panels might actually cost exactly the same thing that the battery costs, which is not convenient and depends exactly what you do or what you want them for. I'm a content creator. I spend a lot in electricity bills. So for me, after a year, the expense might be worth the investment. But for most people that maybe just do occasionally home office, have a TV, have a microwave, have an oven, I think the investment might not make that much sense unless you go camping, unless you have constant power outages, or maybe something like weather changes, tornadoes. I know a lot of places in the US have tornadoes, hurricanes, or even fires. That might be a good idea. It's a good emergency gadget to have. Although there are other options in the market which are smaller with less capacity, but are also a lot cheaper. For example, the River Pro series from EcoFlow. But if you ask me, I do prefer this one, which is the Vtoman. It has way more capacity, it charges way faster, and can charge a lot more gadgets at the same time. But what do you guys think? Would you purchase something like this? Do you have a portable generator or portable energy station, whatever you want to call it? I think like maybe how the world is going, this might be a necessity in the near future, which is pretty sad. But what's actually not sad is this video over here. I think you might like. Don't forget to subscribe, drop a like, and it always helps us out quite a bit.